So today we're in rainy Pacific Northwest. We're actually up on the Olympic Peninsula, and inside this beautiful machine here, Thomas Heaton is getting ready for the day. We're gonna go out and shoot some forest scenes in the rain. Should be a good time. I think Thomas is gonna get the full experience of what it's like to be in the Pacific Northwest. It's a really rainy, dreary day. Perfect for forest photography.
Yeah, let's go. Maybe go into the cover of the trees.
It's raining pretty hard. This will be interesting. I don't normally use umbrellas, but I'm glad I have one today. So I'm normally not a fan of umbrellas, but I am today. It is raining quite hard. It's nothing new for Mr. Heaton, though.
No, I think my last video started off like this. Very, very wet.
So we're in an Olympic National Park, and it's a rainforest, and it's raining. So what's nice about when you have a little bit of rain on everything is everything's more saturated. So if we can find a good composition, it should look really, really cool. With it all wet, saturated, the greens will be a deep green. It's very cool. First impressions?
Oh, it's phenomenal. Never seen anything like this, ever. Yeah, this is very, very cool. Whew.
So behind me we have some of the most famous trees in the Pacific Northwest, and for good reason. They are absolutely beautiful. I don't think I've ever actually shot this particular stand of trees. It's one of those things where you might not get an original shot, but it's still fun. You know, just because somebody else has shot a shot before doesn't mean that you shouldn't shoot it yourself. Sometimes I get hung up on trying to be super original all the time, but this is just so beautiful. And because of this crazy rain that we're in, we have the place to ourselves. There's no tourists. In a way, the rain adds to it because it adds to the sense of, I don't know, gloomy. It's kind of gloomy, right? It reminds me of like Oscar the Grouch. It's like a giant Oscar the Grouch tree. So I'm gonna try to take some shots. The rain makes it really challenging, but you know, it's still fun. It's very Pacific Northwest right now. The good thing about all of this rain is it's cleaning my equipment. I'm realizing just how filthy my ball head was. It's just dripping mud right now. One of the things that I try to do when I'm shooting in this kind of rain is I try to leave the lens cap on as long as I can, get all the other general stuff set up on my camera. That way the lens cap comes off last. Ideally I can get my exposure, focus, take the shot. The longer that front element is exposed, kind of like this front element, it's just going to get water drops on it, and that's going to be the challenge for the rest of the shoot. So try to get my ISO set, my aperture set, rough estimation of what my composition is going to be, and then that way I can work quickly once that lens cap comes off. Well, I managed to get 1 or 2 shots off before a camera malfunctioned. First of all, I think I got a raindrop on my back element, which is real bad. So rather than, you know, having a water spot on a tiny little section of your photo, I've got a giant black spot. So hopefully that raindrop or that rain spot is on my back element and not on my sensor. That would be real bad. And then after that, the play button, the review button started to not work. Stuff like that just happens when you're shooting in a downpour. You don't have much time to get the shots that you're trying to get. I have a tendency to not baby my equipment. I'm really hard on it. And in a situation like this, it's people like me that kill cameras. That's how it goes. And that's okay. Got a shot. We'll see how it goes. I'd rather not destroy my camera on the first day of a long trip. So put the camera back in the bag. Take a look at it when we get back to camp.
I got beer.
So we're finally back in our lovely... Whoops.
Sorry, Nick. I just need my phone.
I'm trying to record here. We're finally back.
Sorry, don't mind me. Sorry. Sorry.
Totally did that on purpose. So we're back in the camper, and it was pretty much, it was a disaster for me because not only did I get a water drop on the back element of the camera, luckily I didn't get one on the sensor. I was really worried about that. But also, because I haven't been taking care of my gear, I had a whole bunch of corrosion from the last time I was shooting seascapes. So what happened was my AF, my back button, focus button, and the rear dial, they're still really stiff, but the AF button was stuck in a downward position, which meant that none of the buttons were working. And so like I thought that my camera was malfunctioning because of the moisture. It was actually malfunctioning because of my lack of taking care of it. So I'm going to have to, at some point early in this trip, go in and try to clean around all of the buttons and some of the dials, because all of that corrosion that happens from that sea salt has been getting into all of these nooks and crannies and causing problems. It's really early on a really long trip to be having major malfunctions with my camera. But luckily, I was worried that, you know, I had either killed it or that I had gotten water on my sensor, but that's not what happened. So I don't know. I was looking at the photos I got, kind of unimpressed. So it was just too hurried. You know, the first composition is never your favorite one, or at least in my case, it's not. So looking forward to what happens tomorrow. Hopefully we have a little bit better luck and a little bit better weather. So it's the following morning. Still raining, but not raining nearly as hard. This amount of rain we can totally deal with. I think it actually might just be rain dripping off the trees, but when we first rolled out of bed, we had some beautiful mist just rolling through our campground. And this campground actually has, you know, some definite photographic possibilities. There's lots of moss on the ground. Obviously, we're in a forest. So there's some forest scenes to shoot. So we're gonna see what happens with the light. Looks like the sky is actually clearing out, and if we get that mist back, anything is photogenic with mist. So we're hopeful. We're gonna kind of check around the campsite, see if we can find some stuff close to home. Hopefully that mist comes back.
Oh, that mist. There 1 minute, gone on the next. What's the difference between fog and mist? When it hits, it's fog. When it doesn't, it's mist. Is it working?
It's working.
Yeah. Good.
So, my A9, which you're watching right now, just fell off my tripod and rolled down a hill. Started way up there, rolled down this hill. Seems to be okay.
You've always got to check your L bracket attachment in your tripod head.
Thanks for the tip, Tom. Thanks for the tip. So we're back at headquarters. We failed. Totally failed. Didn't find anything. At least I didn't. We stopped alongside the road and we had a moment of nice light, but nothing that I was really excited about. I think Tom got a good shot. I didn't. It's been a very difficult 24 hours, but working in heavy rain is just challenging. And without mist or sunlight to kind of help, you know, create some separation in compositions in these forest scenes, it's just really challenging. So I think we're gonna get ready for the arrival of the rest of the guys, which I'm very much looking forward to, and gonna move on out. So not every video is going to end with good photos. Hopefully you guys don't mind that, because that's the reality of the situation. Sometimes you just don't get them, but it's the adventure that's the fun part. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.